The power is in understanding. When you understand rather than ignoring shit like a cupcake, living in a la la land, living in a fantasy world, that's where the power comes in, right? There's a way of living. Like once you overcome something, you need to transcend that. You need to let your people know about that, and you need to move and walk and talk like that. Why are you overcoming something and then taking back steps? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's what the fuck is wrong with majority of the people. They've glorified, like I'm telling you guys, I don't know if you watch my videos like that or not, but I've been saying it. I've posted so many videos now that like it's kind of hard to keep up, but I've been saying it, guys. Everything is not good for you. Everything is not good for you. Like all that shit that's been glorified in the entertainment business, music, the movies, this and that, it's not good for you, guys. It's not good for you. And there's a reason why these things are you know, they are the way they are. There's a reason for that. I mean, just the naive person is gonna think like only gangsters, right? Only people like drug dealers and people that do crime are the ones that, you know, off people. They're the one that off people, but they don't realize, man, even the governments, the people in the high up positions in the governments, they're the type of people that off people too. You ever hear about these whistleblowers? Once they blow the whistle of a big company like a Boeing or such as big multi almost billion-dollar companies, what happens to them, guys? Is it a coincidence that they end up killing themselves the next day? I mean, to the naive people, it's like, yeah, it's a coincidence, of course, you know. But they think that only people that are quote-unquote criminal people, like, you know, drug dealers or gangsters, they're the only one that off people, you know. But they're just so naive. They think that everything is good for them. Guys, you need to realize that, like, hey, just because it's being sold doesn't mean it's good for you. You think that fast food is good for you, but you don't even know what's in it. All types of seed oils, all types of high fructose corn syrup, all types of sodium monoxide, like all that stuff in it is meant to keep you in the position you are mentally. Guys, you are powerful. You are a powerful being. You are such a powerful being. You have the ability to create the life you want. But what has happened is you've been sold for cheap up the fucking river. You've been sold for cheap up the fucking river. And you know, it's all good because you're like a cupcake living in a la la land world, in a fantasy world, you know? You think like instantly you being gratified by the blunt, instantly being gratified by the weed, by the alcohol, by the lean, by the pills, by womanizing. Guys, don't just blindly follow other people. Do you even know where they're going? Don't be sheep peoples. Like, look around and who the fuck do you listen to? Who the fuck do you listen to? Are you listening to just anybody just mumbo jumboing? Or do you really have somebody who's been where you are right now and currently has what you want? Guys, I associate with the top of the top and best of the best people. I'm just a messenger bringing this message to you guys after I applied it myself. I get the information from the people that I associate with, that I hang out with. They're the people who have a net worth of $100 million plus, not just in real estate. I'm talking cash, liquid, or they have control over like commodities of oil or necessary commodities like fabrics or food supply or supplies of pharmaceuticals, whatever it is. Guys, these associates, the people that I hang out with, these are the people I listen to. These are the people that have the real information. I'm not listening to anybody mumbo jumboing. See, that's the thing. You learn from everybody and everything, right? But who do you truly listen to? Who do you truly listen to as far as like getting the information that's going to get you to the next level? Of course, you learn from everybody. See, like a wise person can learn from a fool, but a fool can't learn from a wise person. Why? Because the fool thinks he knows everything. I'm still looking for the fucking answer. Every single fucking day I'm looking for the answer. See, guys, when we get to a point where we think we have the answer or we know it all, that's it. We're done. We're fucking done. No more. There is no more. Once you think you know it all, once you think you don't have no more questions, that's it. You're done. It's over with. Why? Because you think you know everything. You can't learn anything new. In order to learn something new, even if it is the same thing, even if you motherfucking read the same motherfucking book, even if you go motherfucking watch the same motherfucking movie, you're gonna find something you didn't find in there before. I promise you that. It's because you are a different person. Every single day you are a different person. You've had a whole experience. There's just so much information. What it is instant gratification. Everything just being so easily given to you, you've just given in. You've given in to hate, violence, jealousy, looking at people around you, you know, like, yo, the social media fried your brain up. You're constantly just scrolling through it, getting that dopamine rush. I mean, that's the first thing you do when you wake up. Like, think about it. That's the first thing you do when you wake up. You grab your motherfucking phone and you sit there and you fry your brain up looking for motivation. Let me find motivation and then I'll get out of bed. Motherfucker, isn't you just being alive enough motivation for you to be grateful for another motherfucking day, to go out there and crush it and be excited for another day, to see what's gonna come in your path between what you want? That's what's exciting. That's what's exciting. What's exciting is how the day is gonna unfold. And the people that are walking the true path ordained to them by God, when they report straight above, they don't report to nobody. No, not to the left, not to right. They're reporting straight above, right? They're walking that true path that's been ordained to them by God, and they know that path is not lit all the way. All that is lit is right here, right now. And what they're doing is they're building their self. They're proving their worth by their words. How are they talking to their self? How are they talking to other people? How are they conducting themselves? How are they behaving? That's what God is watching. God is watching you moment by moment. How are you treating yourself? How are you treating other people? And then God is going to light up the path for you. God is talking to you. You just need to hear him. You need to allow him to talk to you. And when God does talk to you and you hear him through your conscious voice, your conscious voice is a true authentic voice of God. And when you hear that voice, just act on it. Act on it. See, you need that practice. You need to exercise acting on that voice. You need to exercise acting, and you need to practice acting on that voice. That's how you become more inclined and truly in your power. When you align your thoughts with your energy and your action, and then you will see the results, the fruits of the labor, by being disciplined, by restricting and restraining your five senses, right? Go beyond that field where we live in this five senses sensory world, but there's another plane that we also exist on. But you can only reach that once you block this five senses off. And from there where you truly create that inner peace, that true bliss. The most coveted feeling on this whole entire planet is inner peace. Inner peace can't be found outside of you. And inside of you, it can be found, but it needs to be harvested and cultivated. It can't just be, otherwise you'll get a glimpse of it, but you won't, you'll like a dopamine fryer receptor, you'll fry it up. You need to constantly work on it. How you work on it is you constantly work on yourself every motherfucking day, right? You work on yourself in all aspects of your life, physically, financially, and spiritually, right? And what you do, guys, is you give yourself to the fucking world. You don't keep it to yourself. When you keep it to yourself, you're gonna self motherfucking sabotage. You're gonna end up taking back steps. And as a man, as a responsible fucking man, a man is responsible by motherfucking definition. I used to motherfucking just, used to give in to hate, jealousy, violence, weed, pill, alcohol, womenizing, lean, drugs, all types of shit. I just used to give in, but I'm like living in accordance to the universal truth, right? And walking that true path that has been ordained to me by God, right? With living with a set of virtues. What that has taught me is that edge is my motherfucking friend. That edge is my motherfucking friend. I need that motherfucking edge. That edge is what helps me. It's my guideline. That's what helps me. That a day that goes by and I don't feel like pain. I don't feel like, I feel like that day just went by as a waste. I wasted a day when I don't know, I didn't overcome something, right? That pain. And that's what it is. As a man, as a responsible motherfucking man, is you're that edge, that pain, that consistently and deliberately stretching and stressing your mind to reach your goal, and removing everything from the path of you and your goal every single motherfucking day, pushing your limits. I mean, there's just no better feeling than that. There's no better feeling than that. That true inner peace, the true inner bliss. And then giving that to the world. Giving that to the world. Not being selfish. Giving that to the world. We're all just offerings to this motherfucking world. I want to leave a legacy behind when I leave. When I leave, you guys gonna have these videos to watch. Any day, someday you're sick of being sick. You're tired of being tired. You just come on my channel really quick. Go through one of the videos. Click on it. Bow. A fucking nugget of gold straight in your face. That one video is gonna help you get through the next hour, get through the next day, get through the next week, get through the next month, get through the next year. That's what the fuck I'm doing here. I'm helping you guys choose to elevate, because I chose to elevate. And I've died so many motherfucking times. I died so many motherfucking times already. And that's what it is. You have to live that motherfucking true path when you don't even give a fuck about dying. What the fuck is death? I don't even fear death. See, fear and faith don't exist in the same space. Yeah, they might be complete, total, polar opposites of the same stick, but where there's complete faith, there's no even reasonable doubt of any fear. And whereas there's fear, there's no reasonable doubt of any faith. And guys, you have to live with understanding. There's two sides of it. Faith is understanding how God works, and the way God works is miraculous, perfection, wholeness, completeness, exhilarating, complete bliss, total inner bliss, magical. That's how God works. God works indescribably. I can't even describe how God works. It's just a feeling. It's a coveted feeling. You have to know that. You can't just believe in it. In order for you to believe in something, you're making up something. You're like, hey, okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll believe you. But when you know something, it's like a feeling within you. And you understand, when you live by faith, you truly understand that, like, those moments when there is like tremblance and you're not able to make up of anything, even then, even do those times, those are the most gracious times. Those are the times that are there for you as a gift, for you to mold and build yourself to the man that you're supposed to be. And you're supposed to give the man to the world. You can't keep the man to yourself. You gotta take that man to the next level and give the man to the world. You are an offering for the entire world. That's what you are. And what we did is we woke up this morning early. We sat down with the divines. We feasted. And then we made sure we conducted the work below. And now, after conducting the work below, after self-actualizing, after self-realizing, we are self-transcending. Guys, we are committed to this path. There is no motherfucking back steps. There are no motherfucking back steps. We're not attached to the outcome. You think we are looking for something. No, we are the source of what we seek. We are the source. We're not looking for anything. We are the source. You are the answer. But you have to be patient, and you have to have a love-based. You have to be faith-based and love-based. You can't be irrational. You can be irrational, but you can't be worrying and doubting. You can't be fearing. You gotta have faith. You gotta trust God and know that everything that's meant to break you is actually meant to build you. Those moments when you feel lost and tremblous, all that thing, those are the most gracious moments. Those are the moments that were just the most perfect moments for you to choose to motherfucking elevate. Hey, say, hey, this is me, perfect. This is my motherfucking chance to build a motherfucking character. Bow. You step into that. You write your motherfucking story. You're like, hey, motherfucker, my story is gonna be the motherfucking best story ever heard, anybody ever heard of. It's during those motherfucking times. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm just gonna keep showing up every motherfucking day. I'm not attached to the motherfucking outcome. It's the inner peace and true bliss that I get by helping others. But first I have to help myself, right? By restricting and restraining myself to these 5 senses and just completely obliterating the work day in and day out, pushing the limits, breaking down the mind and body and letting the spirit come forth from within. It's those moments there where you're building yourself. And it usually only lasts like 10-15 minutes. After that, let one moment unfold, 2 moments unfold, bow! You're like, man, that was a blessing. I literally just wrote my own fucking story without even knowing. And it was a blessing from God. It's just truly, you don't know how God works. That's why you gotta have that connection with God. You gotta have that connection with God where you trust God without even, you're not even aware. You're like, you're totally, fully trusting God and just letting go of everything, not even attached to yourself. See, but what has happened is you've been brainwashed so fucking hard to just follow everything on entertainment. Like, yo, like, I mean, you know it. I don't gotta tell you. That regret when it ensues, when you neck the whole fucking pizza, neck the whole fucking meal. You're eating these fast foods, these drinks, the weekends are fucking you up. You're waking this next morning, you're regretting that shit. You think it's all, that's like a cupcake living in a fantasy la la land world, yo. Overcome some shit and help other people's overcome that as well. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Let's go!